The turf is the realm of king football. It measures 105 by 68 metres, which fulfils the international regulations. This is where the Bundesliga club Hertha BSC plays its home games. The club was founded in 1892 and originally had its home in the working-class district of Wedding until it moved its league home to Charlottenburg in 1963 to 1964, when the Bundesliga began. This means that the Olympic Stadium was one of the original stadiums used for the Bundesliga. Since then, fans have experienced the whole range of emotions which go with victory and defeat, promotion and relegation. One unforgotten event was the footballing miracle in 1993 when the Hertha amateur team reached the German Cup final. The Hertha Boys, as the team was lovingly nicknamed, lost to Bayer Leverkusen by the narrow margin of 1-0. International highlights were achieved in the Champions League season 1999-2000 when Hertha won its home games against both Chelsea and AC Milan. On match day, the teams enter the stadium in comfort on their team buses through a tunnel from the Olympic Park. From the underground car park, they then walk through the marathon tunnel to the athletes' corridor and finally the changing rooms. Before the teams arrive, the team kit managers ensure that the players will find their shirts, shorts and shoes in the right place. When they've changed, they then take the escalator to the waiting zone. There, the two teams assemble next to each other and wait until the kick-off is nearly reached. Then they march onto the pitch, each accompanied by a child. On a match day, the infield is in quite a different state. Goalposts, background advertising, additional posters, and up to 74,475 guests do change the character of the stadium somewhat. In this curved stand, people usually stay on their feet. True fans ignore the seats. They press forward, yell, sweat, jump up and down and encourage their team with great liveliness. The blue and white Hertha fans in the legendary Eastern curved stand do this faithfully in good times and in bad. They are certainly no fair weather fans. Keeping the holy lawn in permanent top form is a challenging task, as artificial turf is forbidden in the first and second divisions of the German Football League. After a rough match, the pitch can be left in quite a battered state. If the damage is too extensive, the grass may even have to be changed. This complex undertaking requires the expertise of a specialised company. Over the course of a day and a half, the old lawn is removed to a depth of around 4 centimetres. This prevents damage to the undersoil heating and the irrigation system. Then the newly naked surface is smoothed. Meanwhile, 30 trucks make their way to Berlin, carrying 900 freshly harvested rolls of turf. In the stadium, the 20-metre-long tracks, each weighing a tonne, are very carefully laid to ensure the sod doesn't break. This takes 2 more days. Usually the grass is changed only twice a year. That's a good average and is partly due to the fact that the last 13 metres of the roof are made of glass. That allows enough sunlight in to enable photosynthesis to occur and means there's no need for power-hungry artificial lighting and ventilation systems. One grass change takes place at the end of the summer break after the rock and pop concerts. The second is usually carried out during the winter break because the colder weather adversely affects the quality of the field. If necessary, a football game can take place just 1 day after the new grass is laid. Before that, it's the turn of the stadium's greenkeepers. They have to mow the turf, carefully draw the chalk markings on the field, and position the goals and corner posts. Then everything is ready for Hertha BSC's next home game. In the modernisation of the Olympic Stadium, the federal state of Berlin deliberately chose to preserve a stadium for both football and athletics. this has clearly paid off. The stadium won the bid to host the 2009 World Athletics Championships and the 2018 European Championships. However, the space for the athletes was partly limited due to the lowering of the pitch by 2.65 metres. The start positions 5 to 9 of the 100-metre racetrack disappeared below the lower tier. Before a competition starts, the rows of seats above the start positions are taken down so that then they are free again. The standout blue and white synthetic track is a reference to Hertha BSC's club colours. Berlin was the first stadium to use such track colours in a World Athletics Championships, and it became a trendsetter. At the 2011 World Cup in South Korea, the athletes also ran on a blue and white track, as they did at the 2016 Olympic Games in Rio de Janeiro. Right in front of you is the home straight of the 100-metre sprints. Track number 4 became famous worldwide because of Usain Bolt setting the new world record for men here in 2009. He finished this distance in 9.58 seconds, reaching a top speed of 44.72 kilometres per hour between 60 and 80 metres. Athletics also play a key role in the annual events held at the stadium. The International Stadium Festival, or ISTAF, took place for the first time in the former German stadium in 1921 and was held regularly from 1937 onwards. And so, the ISTAF is a traditional event in the Olympic Stadium, and as a one-day athletics event, it breaks visitor records on a worldwide level. For anyone wanting to be active themselves, Berlin has a range of popular runs on offer. These include the S25, the B2 run, and the relaxed 6-kilometre Berlin Marathon breakfast run, which leads joggers at an unhurried pace from Schloss Charlottenburg up to the stadium for a peek around. And what can be more motivating than reaching the blue track and the finish line through the marathon tunnel?